Hi, it's Rob Heppel on behalf of Mike Kubasek and PriceChopperSecrets.com, and I just want to send you a quick little video. First of all, I'd just like to thank you for purchasing the original Price Chopper Secrets, and hopefully you've been putting some of Mike's great work into action and winning those calls as they come in on the line. I just wanted to share something with you from the last time we did this a couple years ago. I don't know if you remember, but we created this kind of this little table that would allow you to do like a bit of an audit. And you know what? A lot of people told me that it was kind of confusing. Even Mike said, "Hey Rob, that's kind of confusing." So what we did was we scrapped this Word document. You might remember that. We scrapped it and we actually created a spreadsheet. So it's in Excel and it's a calculator. So you just need to kind of punch in the numbers and kind of do an analysis on your market and just see how winning one extra call, 2 or 3 extra calls per month really helps you out. So let me just kind of show you how this works, and then I've included the spreadsheet as well, so you can use it, break it, do whatever you want to it. It's not, you can just, if you mess up something, just go back to the email and open the new document and kind of start all over. So what we've done is any of the white cells are areas that you can actually edit. If you try to edit one of the grayed out cells, this little error comes up. Now, if you really want to mess around with things, that's fine. All that you do is you go up to review and then unprotect the sheet. But just for your own safety, I would just leave it kind of as is. And just let me walk you through it here. So again, you can change this to however you want for your market. And so here in the first row, we would just kind of fill out what the market's like. So in your market, maybe there's a total number of competitors, so including yourself, maybe there's 3, and the monthly death rate is maybe 60. And you can see, as we change these numbers, these get updated. So then these 2 cells here, these are just saying, well, okay, just based on the number of competitors, if all things being equal, everyone would have a third of the pie. And then if that was true, then everyone would have 20 calls per month. Then what you do down here is you enter in your actual call volume. So maybe you're a little bit above the average or maybe a little bit below the average. The whole intent here is for us to get you above the average and continue to become the market leader. So you can maybe you're a newer home just starting out and you're only getting a little bit of the market, so only 20%, and you're getting 12. Well, you can see how this, these changed here. Or maybe it is more. Maybe you're one of the market leaders and you have a good chunk of the market. And again, these are all estimates. That's why it's in a spreadsheet, so you can continue to tweak it and add to it. So this then, after you fill in your call volume per month, it will tell you what your percentage of the market share is. Now again, I've just thrown in some round numbers here. Maybe you're on the East Coast, in the Northeast Coast there, where the averages are quite a bit higher. And then the profit per call might be higher. And again, these are arbitrary, so just put them in. This is only as a guide. You want to get something as close to reality as possible, but this isn't something that you can work your financial books on either. So say this would then become, I don't know if that would be 2,400. And you can just add that information in. Or maybe where we are, the average call is quite a bit less. Maybe it's 3,800. And then we would need to change that to like 1,200 maybe. And again, it all depends on what things are in your market. So this is totally flexible. No matter where you are in North America, you can use this. Then you need to, down in the next row here, you need to take another guess of what, how many out of the 60 calls a month, how overall in the market, how many would you get as pricing calls? So you just need to kind of realize this, or maybe start to track it. But in the beginning, you can just guess. And so for here, maybe this is a little bit lower. Maybe this is 8 calls, and you can start to see here, this is actually pretty cool. Say if you win 4 of those calls, you get 8 pricing calls, you win 4, that means your winning rate is 50%, and then this turns green because this 50% is greater than the overall market share. So you're doing everything that you can to actually improve upon your market share. Now, if this was less, say that you're only winning 2% of those calls, so only a quarter of those, you're going to see then that this now turns into red, and by 60%. So that's a big, lots of room for improvement there. If this is 3, I don't know why it keeps jumping, you can see that it's getting better. But if we get to, say if you went to 5, now you're in the green here, so you're over 100%. So this number is much greater than this number. So that's how that works, and that gets updated live as you kind of enter this information in. And then here, what we have is just some scenarios that you can play with, and just see what how you're doing on things. Let's we'll just make this a 3 for now. So here, now let's say if you're winning currently out of the 8 calls, 8 shopping calls that come in a month, you win 3 of them. Well, maybe if you could improve that and win 3 additional more. Well, that didn't really sound right. 3 additional calls. That's going to bring you an additional $11,000 and an additional $3,600 per month profit. And it's going to change your market share to 47% from 42%. Then maybe if you were to win 5 additional calls, now in this scenario this is pretty small, because now this would mean that you're winning 100% of them. So maybe if there was 12 calls per month and you're only winning 3, and then so maybe you increase going from 3 to 5 more, which would be 8 in total. You're going to now have $19,000 in additional revenues, and this number is based on this number here, and then your extra profit is based on your profit per call here. And then it says that your new market share is this. Then the bottom 3 are ones that I just put in here so that you can these are just static. So they kind of just are based off of, this is if maybe all of a sudden you got some really sharp whippersnapper competitor and was like awesome at winning price shopping calls. So say that you then lost all your shopping calls. then that would mean that your total number of calls is only 25 or 22, but kind of the painful reality is that that's going to cost you $11,000 in gross revenue and $3,600 in lost profit, plus all the other things. You're not putting your staff standing around. There's other costs, right? So this is this absolute worst case scenario, and that then your market share would drop from where you're up here at 42% down to 37%. Then the other two are just, what if you were really good at winning shopping calls? So if you started winning half of the shopping calls that come in, then your extra revenue would be $22,000 here, $7,200 in extra profit per call, and then your new market share would be 52. And then here is if you were to win 75% of those shopping calls, then it obviously increases. Sorry about that. It increases the gross revenue and also increases the profit per call. And then your market share at 57%. So that's just a quick little review of how this works. Play with it. Let me know what you think, and see if there's any improvements that you'd like to make. And just play around with it. Maybe you're in a big market and there's maybe there's 8 competitors and there is maybe there's 250 calls per month, and your call volume would be let's see here, maybe it's going to be 80 calls per month. And here, and you know what, I'm thinking that, and I don't know, you can agree with me or not, let me know what your thoughts are, because this is just totally an educated guess, but I would think that there is about 25% of the deaths per month are kind of purely up for grabs. Maybe it's even more, but with our pre-need, with our loyal families, that's going to look after 50% of your call volume, maybe 60, maybe even up to 75%. But so somewhere between 25% and 35% are calls that are kind of up for grabs. So let's say that then you're getting, maybe there's even 25 pricing calls per month. So that would only be 10%. So this could be even higher. This could be 35. And now here, hopefully that it's more than 9% here. So maybe we're winning 15 of those. So you're at a winning rate of 43%, which happens to be more than the market share. And then you can, as you look down here, these all start to change. So it just keeps on increasing all these numbers. So that's it. Have fun playing with it, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Plus, we just have a couple more spaces left if anyone wants to get in on the early bird for the online Price Shoppers program. That's going to be the new module. So we've got the 3 core foundation modules that Mike created. We've got another special one that Mike's working on right now, and I'm not going to tell you about that at the moment. But it's I know you're going to really love it or feel that you really need it, just because the way things have been in the last couple years. And then we've got at least 4 new modules for online as well. So anyway, let me know if you have any other questions. And again, I'd love to hear your feedback. Thanks again for purchasing PriceShopperSecrets.com in the past, and I look forward to hearing from you in the future. Have a great day. This is Rob Heppel.